And right now, Senate Republicans are proposing some key changes here to a number of different benefits that San Diegans are accessing right now. And one of those, of course, is SNAP. And the SNAP benefits obviously go hand in hand with a lot of food assistance programs. So I want to bring in here Bob Kamensky here, the CEO of Feeding San Diego. And Bob, there's been a lot of talk about some of the changes that are going to be coming with potentially the big, beautiful bill as Senate Republicans are currently going through it. What are the things that Feeding San Diego is paying attention to?
I think the most significant one is with regard to the Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program, SNAP. People refer to it as food stamps. In California, that is what helps fund what we call CalFresh. The concerns we have are that with the reductions that have been proposed through the reconciliation, that if they take effect, there are so many people in San Diego County that will be impacted by it. Yeah. In that right now, there are over 400,000 people who currently receive food stamps as supplemental assistance for hunger relief. If you have a 30% drop, where are those people going to receive food? They're going to drop into the private social safety net that is represented by organizations such as Feeding San Diego. How do we absorb it?
Yeah. So what you're saying is that you could be seeing an increased demand that you essentially have not seen in the past.
The only time we've seen that type of a surge is during COVID.
Okay.
But right now, just last month, because we monitor on a monthly basis how many households or families that we are serving, we saw a jump from 150,000 to 170,000 just between April and May, based on what's happening in the economic world. What's going to happen whenever there are safety nets that are removed and you see a surge in numbers of people seeking food?
Yeah. I want to read to you some numbers here and get your reaction. Right now, the Senate Agriculture Committee estimates that their proposal could result in a $211 billion reduction to SNAP over 10 years. The House version of the bill had $295 billion. So it's not quite as stark as what the Senate is currently projecting. But also with this bill, the Congressional Budget Office estimates that the lowest earning 10% of U.S. households are likely to see their financial resources reduced by $1,600 a year. So you're talking about some of the people who are the lowest income earners potentially seeing their income go down. You're talking about benefits potentially being reduced. You mentioned you haven't seen this kind of demand since COVID, but what does this mean for, again, a benefit like Feeding San Diego? Are you guys trying to prepare, stock up? How do you react to seeing numbers like that, forecasts like that?
And that is a challenge. What we're looking for is a response by the community of San Diego, much as that occurred during COVID. There is a level of generosity and compassion among people who have the time, the treasure, the heart to help in order to provide funding for organizations such as Feeding San Diego, because we are not funded to any real degree, less than 7%, by federal sources or any government sources. We primarily depend on private philanthropy. So we're anticipating the need, and we're going to be looking at the community of San Diego to say, let's help our fellow San Diegans.
So Bob, where can people go to help out?
They go to feedingsandiego.org, and they can readily see where they can donate, whether it's time with volunteerism or financial donations.
Because we have spoken in the past, you and I, it does not take a lot of money to make a huge difference when it comes to food, correct?
You're talking $1 will be able to provide the equivalent of 2 meals. So whenever people are looking at how far is that dollar going to stretch, we're able to really make it stretch across the communities.
Bob, thank you so much for joining us here this morning to talk about a really important issue to our community. We'll see you all after the break.